Welcome back to Happy-ish, the podcast where we take one happiness idea each week and examine it. I'm Chris, this is my wife Sally.
Hello, hello.
And what are we doing this week?
Why is happiness difficult?
Why do we even need a podcast on it? Why can't we just
Why can't we do it
it
ourselves? Well, I'd like to start by just finishing really and saying it's not.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I think it is. And I've got a list here of about 10 reasons why I find it difficult. Do you find it easy then?
Well, I think we have these ideas about it and society and ourselves. We all think we're looking for something when actually it's right there.
We've already got it.
So we just need to chill out and discover it. But
Well,
we've got some good ideas on how you can do that.
But I want to chuck that back at you to start with because it's really fun because we don't prepare this at all, do we? So you don't know what I'm going to say. But didn't you say that the Buddhists say that life is suffering or life is hard and then you die or something like that? So aren't we sort of almost born to suffer? And then there's original sin as well that Christians believe in. So, isn't it built into us to not always be happy all the time?
Well, we're kind of back to the definition of happiness, aren't we? Because life is suffering. It's all the things on the outside that we have to suffer or live with. But we can still find happiness. We can still be happy.
Yeah.
Even if the outside world is falling apart. I know that in current circumstances that can be quite tricky.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that you can do it all the time, but really just for people like you and me who are living quite a comfortable life, we have no excuse not to be happy.
Yeah, but I do think the world is trying to make us less happy. And even if you leave aside politics and war, which are quite big things, advertising is designed to make us less happy, isn't it? So adverts are always saying, oh, well, if only you had that car and you need a bigger house and you need to be thinner and younger and all that. And so I do think they're trying to sell us stuff by making us unhappy. And now that we've got things like Instagram, we look at all these beautiful people who only put their best pictures from the best angle there when they're on holiday. They don't show the rest of their lives.
No.
So I think if you're not careful, the rest of the world can make you less happy. And I think that's one of the reasons why happiness can be difficult for everyone, including us.
Yes. But actually, I'm just thinking as you say that, the Instagram idea of looking for the best bit of your day is a really good start to making yourself happier. So look for your best bit.
And then put it on Instagram.
Well, not necessarily put it on Instagram. Put it on the Instagram of your brain.
Oh.
So think about the best bit was, the sunshine in the morning or your cup of coffee or the cup of coffee that Miles got me just now.
Yes. Today we tried to make little transfers to stick on the grandchildren to make little tattoos.
Right.
And it failed totally. So we printed out all these little fairies, put them in water, soaked them for ages, put perfume on them, put them on the arm, and it just didn't work at all. But it was still...
An Instagram fail.
But it was hilarious and fun.
Yeah.
And so you can look back and think that was a great half hour we spent doing that. Does Instagram make you happy overall then or not?
Well, it probably makes the Instagrammer happy. Actually, I'm not sure.
But when you look at it,
when I look at it,
are you just eaten up with jealousy and I'm so old and so.
But I wasn't saying that Instagram makes me happy. What I was saying was that you can have your own personal little Instagram in yourself, in your brain, in your head. So your gratitude, your little moments that are really good. You think, if I was on Instagram, I'd put this on Instagram.
Because it does make me happy, but just because I only look at videos of cats and dogs and things, and I don't really look at beautiful people and think, oh, should I get those trousers or whatever. I don't really look at them. But I think if I did look at them, I think it would make me unhappy.
You don't look at the six packs then and think, oh, that's what I should be looking like.
You look at the six packs and think I need to get some of them. So I do think the world will push us into unhappiness if we're not careful. I think that is one reason why it's difficult.
Yes, because we're looking to the outside to provide our happiness. Yeah. And in order to be truly happy, you need to be able to do it for yourself. You need to know yourself. Yeah. So know what kind of coffee you like to drink, just as an example. So don't just drink whatever comes. Yeah. And so that won't make you happy. But if you have your favourite one from your favourite shop, then it's worth making the effort.
Well, and also things like buying things.
Yeah.
doesn't make you happy in the long term, does it? In fact, there's that expression, the more you chase happiness, the faster it runs away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so even thinking about it means it runs away from you.
Yeah.
So you almost have to try to do it without thinking about it, which is quite tricky. And definitely buying things gives you a little tiny bit of happiness, but then after that you want a bigger one and a better one.
Yeah.
And that never really works.
No, and that's kind of an addiction, isn't it, to chasing happiness when you go one thing to the next thing.
So if you can't chase it, how can you get it? And the answer is listen to this podcast.
Yes. But just look for it in where you are, you know.
Yeah, appreciate it while it's there and think, isn't this great? Isn't this great? And aren't we lucky to be able to be, sticking stickers on our grandchildren's wrists and failing, or, whatever. Isn't it great that we can just be in the garden on a sunny day or whatever? And so appreciating the small stuff.
And just now we're sitting here. It's quite a hot room, but there's a lovely fan just blowing on our feet, keeping us sane.
Appreciate the fan. I was thinking of other reasons why happiness is difficult. I think it's just trying to define what exactly it is, even. Because we're designed to chase after something.
Yeah.
I think humans are designed to chase after things. Usually it would be something like a buffalo for our dinner, wouldn't it, when we were living in caves? Whereas happiness is such a difficult thing to chase after, because what exactly is it even?
Yeah, that's
and
hard
you're right,
to
it starts
define.
with trying to work out what will make you personally happy.
Yeah.
And, so some people think a golf handicap of 5 will make them happy or whatever. And for other people, that wouldn't work at all. So there's no easy list even.
That's right. And some people, just being on the golf course in the sunshine would be enough to make them happy.
I remember you really wanted that knitted sweater that was done by the guy who does the diving. What's he called? The diving knitting.
Tom Daly.
Yeah. And there was a sweater that he designed.
Yeah.
And you really wanted, and you, if I had one of them, I'd be happy.
Oh, well, there's a million things like that.
But actually, if you had the sweater, you'd probably be thinking, actually, it's a bit itchy.
Well, and it's big things and small things. You can think, when I'm married, I'll be happy, or when I've got a better job, I'll be happy, and you need to be happy anyway to make those things happy.
Yes.
Remember that the idea that your mind is lying to you. It's not always telling you the truth. It's not always telling you. You don't have to do what your mind says.
No, your mind thinks you'll be happy when you've just got one more thing.
Yeah.
And in fact, my mum always used to be saying, so when are you going to get married? And then once you get married, it's like, when are you going to have kids? And then it's like, right, when are you going to move into a bigger house? And when are the kids going to have kids? Or when are the kids going to get married? And she was always living in the future, and it was always the next thing and the next thing.
Yeah.
And actually, the happiness was already there, and we could have just said, well, it's already great. We don't need to worry about the next thing will come along and will be great. So
and that's a habit of society, that you're always looking for the society that we live in now, that you're looking for the next thing.
Yeah, we are programmed.
So, yeah, definitely.
So it's got to be internal rather than external.
I think so.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's easier than you think, is what I'm saying. No, you don't agree?
Well, no, I think it's really difficult to focus on internal.
But the other thing is, you have to, I'm saying it's easier than you think, but it also does take a little bit of work. So you can't just for one day think, oh, I'm really grateful for the sunshine today, and then you'll be happy forever. You have to, the next day, you have to find something else, or you have to do something each day that will then build up to make you happier.
Yeah. I mean, we probably should do a whole episode on it, but I've been fascinated by contentment for quite a while now, because I'm never content. And I envy people who can be content, who can just put their feet up with a glass of wine and a book or a magazine and sit in the garden and think...
Sleep on the sofa in the afternoon.
I can do that. But when I wake up from falling asleep on the sofa, I always think, right, what am I going to do next? I want to do something different to last time, or more than last time, which I think is bad, because I think really I should just try to be content with where I am, with my life as it is.
Yes, although that is who you are. So that makes you happy, trying to move on from things, maybe.
Yeah, I think if I can give myself the illusion of a small amount of progress. So every time I read a book, if I just make a few notes of what I've learned from that book, then I think I'm gradually going to read all the books in the world and build up a little list of learning points. And that little bit, that idea of just making a list of what I learned, that makes me feel happy then. So I've worked out what makes me happy.
Okay.
And I suppose that's the objective, isn't it? And then each book is different, so that's enough variety for me to get the variety that I need. Because I've worked out that I personally need variety. But some people may not. They may love the routine of, hitting the ball around the same golf course every week. If that makes other people happy, then that's great, isn't it?
Yes.
So it probably starts with working out what makes you happy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's definitely where it starts. What makes you happy? And then just get more of that.
So do you get happiness from routine, or does it have to be different every time for you?
Oh, I quite like a routine.
Really?
Yeah.
Go and have coffee with the same people, go and play tennis with the same people.
I'm like Pavlov's dog. I can taste it before I get there.
But
I think I can taste it and I think, oh, it's 11:30. I should have had a coffee by now. So, I just look for the contentment of it.
Yeah,
as a little bit. I
wish
I
could do that.
But then I have you pushing me on to do different things. So.
Yeah. There was one other thing I thought of on my why is it difficult to be happy list.
Yeah.
Which is the rest of the world in terms, not in terms of being jealous of them, but the fact that lots of people in the world are really poor and starving or being evicted from their countries and stuff.
Yes.
And should we let that make us unhappy? Should we just go, well, I'm all right, I've got my big garden and my glass of wine?
No.
Or should we just ignore what they're doing? Or because if we focus too much on them, I mean, it could make us happy because we're better off than them, but that would be bad. So really, should we let our happiness be reduced thinking about less privileged people?
No, that's a good point, because we can't really truly be happy while there are people who are unhappy or in poor,
No.
If there's some children who are struggling, then they're all struggling in a way.
But name dropping, when we were talking to Sir Anthony Seldon, he said you've got to start with yourself.
Yeah.
And if you make yourself happy first, then you can help other people. But if you're not happy, then you're never going to do anything. So I thought that was quite a good excuse to start with yourself.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been saying up until this point in this conversation.
Yeah. There's also the thing that you should only look at the things that you can make a difference to. So if you can't make a difference to the rest of the world, maybe you should focus on yourself, because at least you can make a difference to yourself.
Yeah.
And then if you can make a small difference to the world, you should as well, like, charity, etc.
And your happiness will ripple out to the rest of the people around you, at least.
Yeah.
We can't make a big difference to the children who are involved in wars or...
No. So ideally, we wouldn't let that affect our state of mind too much, because we can't do anything about it.
No.
But I do think that's another reason why happiness is difficult. The fact that a lot of the world isn't happy, so why should we be? And I know you suffer from guilt much more than me, which we will do another episode on, because if you feel guilty about the fact that your world is fine and the rest of the world isn't, then you're just going to lose as well, aren't you? You gain nothing. It doesn't help anybody else if you feel guilty.
No, but you're kind of moving the subject away from the core message.
Well, the question is, why is it hard to be happy? And I think if you're really aware and sensitive and you care about other people, it can make it harder to be happy. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm quite selfish, so I just focus on me and I think, well, my life's pretty good. But I think as soon as you do start thinking about other people, it can reduce your happiness, can't it?
It can reduce your happiness. But you need to affect what you can, as you've just said. Just do what you can to keep yourself...
For yourself and other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one more reason why happiness is difficult.
Okay.
which is aging. So if I was going to live forever, I think I'd be happier. I mean, that's a big question, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's a whole episode in itself. Yeah, it really is.
But I do feel the pressure of time.
Yeah.
And so that does reduce my happiness, because something like sitting around in the sunshine reading a book, I'm thinking, but I haven't got time to waste doing that. I've got to use productively every day that I get. And I think that maybe is not a good thought process. So for me, the fact that my life is finite reduces my happiness.
Well, I can tell you now, you only have now. So...
Yeah, but how many more nows am I going to have?
Well, that's the only way to keep control of your happiness around it is to just be present. Just think about now rather than the future.
Yeah. So there's only unhappiness in thinking about the future. Happiness is all in the present. I think that's true.
There's only now, really.
It's hard not to think about the future, though, as you get increasingly wrinkly. I don't know. Well, does that make you less happy, the fact that you're getting older? Or not? Are you not bothered about that?
Oh, of course it makes me... I don't want my wrinkles or my grey hair. But your happiness, the only way you're going to have happiness is to be present. Or if you're feeling unhappy, think about what you've got now. Look around you. Think about the cool fan on our feet, or, the fact that we're here having this conversation.
I did see a graph of happiness against age, and it showed it going up from the age of about 40 or 50. It was going up.
Right.
Because apparently...
You care less about what other people think, for example.
Well, you give up trying to look 20 maybe, but I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more that you find out what makes you happy. So you discover, for example, that having the latest sunglasses or something, it doesn't really make any difference.
No.
Trying to get your golf handicap down to only 5 doesn't really make it. So you let go of a lot of things that don't really matter. But also you make the most of every day because you start to realise that they're precious. Whereas before that, you were frittering them away. So you get almost a bit more selfish. And you start thinking, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go and see those people who I don't really want to see. I'm going to do what I want. And you get a bit more selfish, and that makes you happier in the end because you spend your time, selfish is a tricky word, but you spend time on things that you want to do, things that will make you happy.
Yeah, you get to know yourself and know what makes you happy and not do the things that don't make you happy.
So getting older doesn't have to mean unhappiness.
No.
I think we should do a whole episode actually on age and happiness.
Every time we have these conversations, I think, oh, there's an episode in that.
Yeah.
There's an episode in that.
But I do think it's another reason why happiness is difficult. It's the fact that it doesn't stay the same, maybe.
Well, it does stay the same. It's the world around you that changes, but your happiness, to be truly happy, your happiness stays the same.
We'll get to quotes in a minute, won't we? Take one out of the jar. But one of my favourite quotes I really liked, there was a joke I saw once, and it just said, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah.
So you think, if I could just go on holiday, I'd be on a fantastic beach and there'd be the sun and the blue water, it'd be brilliant. And when you get there, guess who's there? I am. I mean, you're there as well, which is good, obviously.
What you're saying.
But when
That's
I go there,
right.
I'm still there, and it's still me thinking about all the things I think about. And I think wherever you go, there you are is a really good quote.
Yeah. It's one to tattoo on your arm.
Yeah. So basically, it's an inside job, happiness.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
It definitely is.
And a lot of these things that make it difficult are all external to us. And the trick is to be happy inside.
Yeah.
And not be too open to the outside world.
While we're on that, our friend Julia, has got happiness is homemade. So that's the same as happiness is an inside job. But I quite like that. Happiness is homemade.
Yeah, I think she's very wise. We'll get her on. We'll do an episode with Julia.
We'll do an episode with her.
Yeah, she really impressed me when I first met her because she can stand on her head. But obviously on a podcast, that's not very useful.
Not very helpful.
But she is fascinating, so we'll get her on as well.
So, quote time.
Yes. Should we take a quote out of the pot? And who's going to read it? And who's going to explain what they think about it?
Well, I'll read it.
You read it.
Okay. What have we got?
No, I can see it's a long one.
The happiest people in life are the ones who make others happy. So this is quite interesting because when we started doing the quotes, I wanted to have who the quotes were from. And this is quite a difficult one.
Is it Jürgen Klopp?
No, I don't know either of these people that the quote is from. So it's Dennis Diderot and Matsuna Dalaweo.
How can they have a joint quote? Did they say it at the same time? So the happiest people are the ones who make other people happy.
Are the ones who make others happy. So the idea that serving others is the route to happiness.
Well, can we spend 1 minute just talking about that in the context of what we've just been saying? Because we've been saying it's all about yourself and working on yourself.
Yeah.
But actually, you can't only work on yourself, because to make yourself happier, you do have to make other people happy. Or at least it's a big way to make yourself happy.
Serve others.
But if you can only just make somebody in your immediate family happy, or somebody who lives in your road, or a complete stranger even, but if you can make somebody else happy, then it's double bubble, because they're happier and also so are you.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, they might then pay you back at some point in the future. So it's almost triple. So making other people happy is definitely a really good way to increase your own happiness. Yeah. So I really like that quote. I think it's really true.
Yeah. Life of service.
So, and in fact, if you take, for example, the training courses I've been making.
Oh, yes. Let's take, for example, do you do training courses?
Yes, I do, funnily enough. Yes, available for a discounted fee. But they only make me happy if somebody says they think they're good. So I totally depend for my happiness from other people saying it's helped them or it's made them happy. You can't just think, well, I've made that and it's really good and I don't care what people think. It's all about other people.
I would like to disagree with that because you totally love writing those courses.
Yeah,
you love the idea of writing it. You love researching them.
I do.
You love doing it. You love recording them. You love having it down. You just love everything about those courses. And if people
I get happiness from the whole process. Yeah.
If people say that they're good, then that's double bubble to you.
No, I think it's not just the icing on the cake, because if I spent all the time planning it, writing it, recording it, and then it was just flushed down the toilet, it would feel utterly pointless. Or if nobody ever watched them. Or even if people watched them, but I never got any feedback.
Yeah,
I wouldn't get any happiness on the next one. But as I write it, I think people are going to love this. People are going to love this. And then when somebody sends me a message saying I really liked it, that's the payoff that I get.
Okay.
So it's making a difference. But whether it's a difference to people's happiness, I don't know, because everything good in the end leads to happiness.
Yeah, but I think it's a win-win for you because you enjoy the process as well. So it's not just the final result.
But making a difference is the thing that drives me. And that's quite similar. I hadn't really thought about it until now, but it is quite similar to making people happy.
Yeah.
Because in the end, if you make a difference to somebody and it makes them less happy, that's not a very good difference.
No, that is true.
So I like that quote.
Yep.
From whoever.
Thank you, both of those guys, or anybody else.
I think it's probably Diderot, but whoever it is, we don't know who they are, do we?
No.
Good quote, though. I like it.
Excellent. Thank you, peeps.
So there we are. I don't know whether we've concluded that happiness is easy or difficult, actually. I think there's quite a few reasons why it's difficult. But through the tips, which we shall cover in future episodes, we will make it easier
every time.
There we are.
Just lay back and accept it. Be happier.
We will make it easy, particularly if you follow us for future episodes. So you can subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever. And wherever we are, if you could give us 5 stars, that would be fantastic. Not 4, because that's a disaster. But if we can get to 5, it will help other people to find this podcast and it'll make the whole world happy.